Assalamu alaikum students. In today's lecture we will learn about the introduction of plant sciences, disciplines of biosciences and its opportunity. This lecture student will understand the different disciplines of biosciences, agriculture and its types, and also know about opportunity in different disciplines. What is biosciences? Biosciences is the branch of sciences concerned with living organisms, from microorganisms to towering trees and gigantic whales, from molecules and cells to organisms and the environment. Students, biology is the study of all life or living matter, while biosciences is any of several sciences that deals with living organisms. Biosciences is studied under many different titles and many different sorts of departments. Within this broad branch of the sciences, there are a number of smaller branches focused on specific issues which pertain or belong to a living organism. Biochemistry, for example, is concerned with the chemistry of life, while botanists study plants entirely. Genetics is a branch of biology concerned with the study of genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms. There are following branches of biosciences. Botany or plant sciences is the scientific study of plants, whereas zoology is the scientific study of animals. Microbiology is the study of microscopic organisms such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Immunology is the branch of biology that covers the study of immune system in all organisms, whereas molecular biology is the field of biology that studies the composition, structure, and interaction of cellular molecules such as nucleic acids and protein. Bioinformatics is the computational techniques for solving biological problems. Genetics is a branch of biology concerned with the study of genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms. Dendrochronology or tree ring dating is the scientific method of dating tree rings, which we also call as growth rings, to the exact year they were formed. Systematic biology is the study of the diversification of living forms, both past and present, and the relationship among living things through time. Plant anatomy refers to the detailed structure of the plant, its leaves, stem, roots, flowers, and fruits, while plant physiology is concerned with the processes that occur within in the plant or functions that occur in the plants. Aquaculture, also known as aqua farming, it is the farming of fish, aquatic plants, algae, and other organisms. Soil sciences, uh, which is also called pedology, deals with soil as a natural resources on the surface of the earth, including soil formation, classification, its physical, chemical, biological, and fertility properties of the soil, and it is also used to the management of the soil. Horticulture is the science and art of development, production, marketing, and intensively cultivated food and ornamental plants. Horticulture crops are diverse. They include annual, perennial species. They also include fruits and vegetables and indoor and landscape plants. Weed science is the discipline concerned with plants that may be considered as weeds, their effect on human activities, and their management. Forestry, as the name indicates, is the science and craft of creating, managing, using, conserving, and repairing forests, woodlands, and associated resources for humans and environmental benefits. Okay. Then plant protection is the practice of managing weather, weed, pests, and diseases that damage or inhibit the growth of crop. Agronomy is a branch of agriculture science that deals with the study of crops, and mostly we grow cereal crops and the soils in which they grow. So what is cereal crops? They are mostly grasses cultivated for their edible seeds. Mm, the seven principal cereals grown in the world are wheat, maize, rice, barley, oat, rye, and sorghum. And of course, you all people know that wheat became very popular because of the bread produced. Then at the end, ecology. Ecology is the study of how organisms interact with one another and with their physical environment. Plant sciences is a study of plant growth, reproduction, evolution, and adaptation, as well as the use of plants for food, fiber, and ornamental purposes, conserving plant species through plant collections and in the garden, and arboretum for future generation. What is arboretum? A place where many plant species are grown for research, education, and for ornamental purposes. What roles do plants serve in the ecosystem? It provides oxygen, food, reduce soil erosion, provide medicine, shelter, and many more. How plants differ from animal? The first difference is the locomotion. Plants generally are rooted in one place and do not move on their own, whereas most animals have the ability to move freely. Plants contain chlorophyll and can make their own food. This process is called photosynthesis. Plants have a rigid cell wall with the cell membrane. Inside, plants utilize carbon dioxide and give off oxygen as compared to animals. Let's talk about the agriculture and its types. Agriculture is actually the art and science of growing crops and raising livestock. It includes the preparation of plants and animal products for people to use and their distribution to the markets. Agriculture provides most of the world food and fabrics. Agriculture is an important sector of Pakistani economy because this sector directly supports the country population and accounts for 26% of GDP. The main agricultural products in Pakistan are cotton, wheat, rice, sugarcane, fruits, and vegetables, and in addition to milk, beef, mutton, and eggs. There are two types of agriculture: industrialized agriculture and subsistence agriculture. So let's discuss in detail. Okay, industrialized agriculture, which we also called as intensive agriculture, is a type of agriculture where large quantities of crops and livestock are produced through industrialized technique for the purpose of sale. And the goal of industrialized agriculture is to increase the crop yield. So, what is crop yield? It is the amount of food that is produced for each unit of land. Industrialized agriculture produces large quantity of food due to the farming methods. Okay, industrialized agriculture utilizes large machines which increased the use of fossil fuels on industrial farms, and therefore the price of food can fluctuate as the price of oil changes. Okay, industrialized agriculture also increases crop yield by investing in a large irrigation system and by using chemical fertilizer and pesticides. Monoculture practice is used in industrialized agriculture. What is monoculture? It is the agricultural practice of producing or growing a single crop on a large scale and that increases overall yield of crop, but it is susceptible to diseases and causes a reduction in the dietary variation of consumer. Monoculture plantings will quickly exhaust or run off uh, the thin layer of nutrient in the tropical soil. And the other type of agriculture is subsistence agriculture. It is a type of farming in which nearly all the crops or livestock raised are used to maintain the farmer and the farmer's family. The goal of subsistence agriculture is to produce enough food to ensure the survival of the individual family. If there is excess food produced, it is sold locally to other families or individuals. Subsistence agriculture is labor intensive because all of the work is done by humans and animals and not rely on chemical fertilizers or pesticides and instead utilize more natural techniques, relies on polyculture. Polyculture is a form of agriculture in which more than one species is grown at the same time and place, or when different types of crops are planted. This creates a closed circuit, okay, within the farm where nothing goes to waste. Biodegradation is the naturally occurring disintegration or breakdown of materials by microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi or other biological activities, while bioremediation is an engineered technique applied by humans to clean the environment. Both processes, biodegradation and bioremediation, are governed mainly by microorganisms, whereas phytoremediation uses plants to bind, extract, and clean up pollutants such as pesticides, petroleum hydrocarbons, and heavy metals. Bioinformatics is an interdisciplinary field of sciences. Bioinformatics combine biology, computer sciences, mathematics, and statistics to analyze and interpret the biological data. Aquaculture is the process of rearing, breeding, and harvesting of aquatic species, both animals and plants, in controlled aquatic environment, like the oceans, rivers, ponds, and streams. Biosciences discipline has plenty of opportunity in the field of medicine, veterinary, allied healthcare professions, scientific research and analysis, environmental and conservation management, agriculture officer, plant breeder, food industry, ecologist, toxicology, microbiologist, forensic scientist, or science or medical laboratory officers. That is all about today's lecture. Hope students you understood the lecture. If you have any question, we will discuss it in our question answer session. Thank you.